When we first got information regarding Season 3 with people being able to test the new version of the game, we initially speculated that AXL actually got nerfed in a number of ways, like his normals were reduced. Now that we have the official patch notes, we can all just agree and know for a fact that the people involved with that testing were actually just not okay in terms of their analysis. AXL did not receive really any nerfs to any of his normals. All the ranges have remained the same. They really just sort of placebo affected themselves into that. So it's kind of funny to consider. But AXL does have a couple of changes, and they seem to be a combination of nerfs and buffs. So let's get into it. Starting off with the first change on his list, which is to his 2P. It has reduced recovery now. I need to set up my buttons so that I have this, right? So this was his 2P before. Quite slow, very committal button. And this is his 2P now. Just a little bit faster, which means it's a little safer to be throwing this out in neutral to try and control some space. His 6 heavy slash has increased a wall break value, so if you do hit this or add this into a combo, you are breaking the wall faster. Could mean his combo routes are shorter that use this move. Could be that if he wants to break the wall quicker to access that sweet, juicy positive bonus, he might want to be looking at that as well. His Sickle Flash has increased knockback and increased horizontal blowback distance, and there is now a tumble effect to it as well. So if we look at this move in its previous context, Mei does get pushed back a little bit here. Right? So it's about at that range, and then if we see on hit right, so let's say that we got some kind of hit, we were able to set up maybe a combo or something like that into it. It kind of kept them pretty close at point blank range, right? But if we look at the new version of the game, you can see that it creates quite a bit of distance even at a point blank range. So this is just able to guarantee that Axel's going to create more distance with himself by using this special move. Might make some combos more lenient, might give him access to some new links or something like that, but still, that's a change that I think kind of buffs him overall. Winter Cherry also has more active frames. This is his slash follow-up that he has, so if we take control of him... So it might be a little more consistent at point-blank range. Sort of get that. In fact, we kind of see here... You saw it earlier where I was able to get like that second one to follow up. So it might need to lead to some new pressure situations, new setups, new combo routing as well. But, you know, it kind of seems like a buff. Rainfall, though, did receive a nerf where if you use it multiple times in a combo, it is going to sort of reduce... It does reduce the launch height when used multiple times in a combo, so that's what it can look like right now in the old version of the game, excuse me. This might actually be the weight class changes coming in since I'm doing this to Mei. That might be it. But either way, I'm bad at showing this one, but just so you are aware, it might reduce some of his Rainfall combos. He liked to use this for a lot of his side swap shenanigans, so now he might not be able to get access to that one. However, his Axel Bomber is now affected by momentum. So one of those interesting applications of it, I believe, are if he's able to do something like... Excuse me, I have to make sure I pick up the right controller. Right, so we get this little bit of air momentum here.
Danger. Danger. Danger.
It seems like it advances a little bit more forward. Not me being bad at tiger knees, right? So there might be some other things. Actually, you know what the most applicable version of this one could arguably be? Now that I think about it, turn this one off. Give me control again. Thank you, game. There might be something off of his wild assault. Oh, look at that. That's really cool. That's a pretty cool combo route, right? So that might be something to consider, right, with like how it's able to interact with Wild Assault now. Sorry, it took me a moment there. Haven't quite played this character, but trying to capture all the changes for y'all. The last thing is that his super has reduced damage, but they expanded the hitbox inward for the projectile portion of the attack, so might not be as much of a dead zone where it was before. So it could probably combo a little more reliably in some situations. So that's pretty much it for the AXL changes. He's largely going to be the same character, but he's going to play nicely, I think, with the Wild Assault mechanic. And maybe a couple quality of life things in there. But one thing we know for sure, it's crazy what happens when you let a bunch of British people gaslight themselves.